Sorry, Judge. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay.
I'm sorry.
Sign this and you're about to head down a path and I don't think you can do it. And
So,
you
okay.
have to make sure that, okay, so let me ask you this. If that's where you were, why didn't you tell counsel that?
Because we talked briefly, and then she was talking with other people.
I know, but why didn't you say well, hold on a second though. I know. But the thing is you signed this saying that you could do this by the end of the month.
And yeah, because I thought I would be able to, but then when I sat down and actually looked at the calendar, I won't have the money. I won't have the full 4,000. Okay, I get paid on the 15th. I'll pay 1,000 there. On the 15th, I can pay 1,000. On the 29th, I can pay 1,500.
Okay. That's what we had, and you already paid 1,000.
Yes.
So that's the 3,500 that we had.
Okay.
Okay. So you're 680 short from this judgment.
Yes, which I can pay on the 12th.
Okay.
I can pay the 600, and I can pay an extra 200 or to 300 on the 12th because I can get some help from my partner. I can get some help from him to pay. And then on the 26th, I can pay the remaining balance of June's rent.
I do apologize to you again. Your name?
Ira, hi.
Hello. Okay, where are we on this case?
Your Honor, defendant has, there are just some issues that I need to investigate, regarding this case. We're asking for an adjournment, and I just wanted to be called first because she does have an appointment for a doctor's appointment for her child, so.
All right. 1 week will be enough time for you guys?
You know what, Judge? Honestly, next week is very bad for me. Can we just do it 2 weeks out?
Weeks? Will the 22nd work for you, man?
Yes, I'll make it work.
All right. May 22nd, 2026.
Person or
In person, 3 p.m.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you. Have a great weekend. And so I'm not rude to any of you. Any of you who are mothers, happy Mother's Day. I will say that to all now. Okay. Haverhill on Clark versus Sylvia Amory Brewer.
Not for the plaintiff. Not checked in.
Did not check in.
She's actually here.
Oh, she's here. Okay. I knew she was here. She said,
Hi, good.
hello. Your name?
Sylvia Amory Brewer.
All right. What are we doing on this?
So, Your Honor, I have an opportunity to speak with Ms. Brewer. She filed a motion to set aside default judgment. So we are here for her.
On her motion.
The floor is hers.
Yes. Yes, ma'am.
Hello. Oh, I thought you had questions for me.
Well, there are two parts to a motion to set aside. One is that you have to have good cause for failing to appear. The other is that you have to have a meritorious defense to the claim, which is you'd have to have some defense to the judgment amount.
Okay. So I was able to obtain when I applied to set aside the motion, I was able to send some emails to the court. I don't know if you've had a chance to look at them.
I've looked at some of them.
Some of the, okay, yes. My wallet, as I was trying to explain to the council, my daughter was back there. You have to see her still. We both went to Ross and I left my little wallet. It was really tiny in the house. And then we left on an Uber and went to Ross and came back and it was missing from the inside of my apartment. I reported it to the apartment and they told me, oh, are you making it up? I said, no. And a few days later, they got rid of the manager, who was Latasha Dexter. And then they got rid of her special operations assistant. And you're welcome to ask anybody here now that's from Haverhill or in the future. There's been a lot of misappropriation of our finances on our ledgers, as well as our paperwork. And it was just kind of ghetto. It was really messed up. So they got rid of a lot of people, including one of the people who have access to, we have key fobs. So it has to be somebody that's on staff that has access to our, so long story short, I got behind.
Okay.
But then, and so I had to get everything replaced. I had to get my ID replaced. My bank would not let me access anything. I didn't even have my debit card until I could get that. So that's the first thing. That was a just cause. And I wasn't able to pay my whatever. So that's one thing. And then I lost my job, which I was at Chick-fil-A at the time. I have a disability. So now I have a new job and I'm able to pay. And I asked the council here if I could have until the third week of June or the end of June. I get everything else caught up. I will pay June's rent on time. But if I can have to the end of June, I will pay everything back that I owe, whether Hawk help
Well,
or
slow
not.
down, slow down. All right, I get it. Take a breath for a moment.
Yes,
All right. You just need more time to get this paid.
yes, because Hawk wants it lower, but it has to be
Okay,
lower than
so
3,000.
hold on.
It was below 3,000 at first.
Stop. All right,
Okay.
been through it. I gotta catch up. Okay, all right. I know there's a lot you want to tell me, but I want to make sure I'm understanding you, okay?
Yes, sir.
All right, so is Hawk gonna pay 3,000 for you? Is that the deal or?
They told me, I've called them 4 times. They said if you can get a receipt that you've paid, or they said if you can get it down, they said you're welcome to ask the judge if he will reduce, but I asked the plaintiff's
True.
counsel
Okay,
because of the fact that I left my apartment and my daughter came with me. Somebody with access got into my apartment and took my ID that has access with Haverhill. So that's what I'm asking.
all right. Anything, counsel?
Yes, sir. So first and foremost, the first issue before the court is the motion. So I was sure that the court has in the possession the defendant's motion. There's a lot of things in here. I tried to
Mhm.
read it and try to get to the bottom line. And speak with Ms. Avery Brewer. So I did indicate to her, everything that's in this motion is just an allegation. There's nothing to substantiate it. Number one, and number two, I don't think that I'm not against stipulating to set aside the motion, but I cannot, again, she still has to meet the good cause and the meritorious defense, and that's for the court to decide. But aside from that, I did indicate that I don't have the authority to reduce the amount. The only way that Hawk is gonna pay the 3,000 is she's gonna have to pay towards it. That's the only way the balance is gonna go down. And so I discussed and I indicated to her that she would have to pay the difference between the balance and the 3,000 before Hawk would remit any type of payment. So her balance currently with attorney fees and costs is $5,672, which means she would have to pay $2,672 in order for Hawk to pay the remaining 3,000. She's asking for a June date, but then June is also going to accrue. And so that is why now we're here before the court, but we need the court's intervention here, obviously. So if, I guess I can say, we can stipulate to setting aside the motion, and then enter a judgment for her to pay $2,672 by June, whenever she can pay it. But also I would ask the court to allow me to enter the terms that June rent has to be paid on time. That is the only way that I can see to reconcile this.
Okay. Can I say one more thing? Just one more thing at the moment. Also, I wanted to pay my rent to the court because 3 times I had to throw my food out and I put it in here, but she said they couldn't make it out. They couldn't read it. It was a lot. But there were a lot of repairs and my daughter seen them and we had some video footage, but I had to get a new phone. So whatever video footage she has on her phone, we can show you. But I had to throw my food out 3 times because my refrigerator kept going out. But it's a brand new unit
Stop.
and my heat went out. But my DTE is on.
Right now,
Yes.
the major issue is you gotta find a way to get this rent paid,
Yes.
right?
Can I pay it to you until all the repairs are
Yeah.
done? I can pay you $850 now because my check was $144, $1,144, but I have to,
I got it.
I have to take care
Okay.
of this transportation to work, food,
So,
DTE, that kind of stuff.
so did Hawk, okay, so here's the big issue, all right, and what I want to get to.
Yes, sir.
The structure of what funds will be available through Hawk and SOS is changing June 1st.
Oh, huh. Hmm.
I can't say
changing for the better or for the worse?
Yeah.
It really is changing for the worse. I mean, I got a lot to say because I don't understand how this county, which takes care of its people,
So there's no.
lessening the amount and only going to have them apply to certain Section 8 or subsidized properties. And
Wow.
forget that everybody else's life is rising gas prices, the cost of rent, everything else. Those folks are just getting left out.
Oh,
Don't want me to talk about that because I will go on all day and then I will become very angry. Then I have to get off the bench because saying things that are very non-judicial.
okay.
So however we have to try to do this, my real point to that is we've got to get it done before June 1st.
Okay.
I've got to get, you've got to get enough so that they'll pay the 3.
Right.
Now,
My daughter,
is whether or not they'll pay off the judgment.
yes, sir.
Okay.
My daughter we've asked a couple times and if we could move me, she wants me to move into a 1-bedroom,
I'm not
1.5 bath.
that.
Okay, good.
I'm just not going to deal with that
Right.
right now.
Well, I was approved of where I live. I retired from the state of Michigan, sign language, and I did that for years, 28 years, and they got the money. But then when I lost the job, I had to wait to get the new job. So, and then I lost my brother. I brought that for you. I lost my brother and I was.
Ma'am, stop.
Yes.
Here's the bottom line. And what I'm trying to tell you is either we have to find a way for you to come up with 2,672 by the end of May.
I can have
I
that.
hope.
I can have that by the end of May.
What date can you do that?
Okay, the last day of May, are you guys gonna be open till 5?
It's the 29th of May.
What day is that?
That's a Friday.
Okay, because I usually work, I'll ask, do you know when the court will still be open? I will pay my money to the court that day, and I will have all of it. And cashier's.
Stop for one moment. I want you to be able to tell Hawk on the 29th
Okay,
if we have any hope of doing anything because of that you have that 2672. If we have it here, we can at least tell them that.
I will have
I
it.
don't know that that's it. So when do you think you can pay 2672 into court escrow?
I have a question. Can I pay you in 2 installments?
You can pay
Okay,
by the 28th.
okay, I will have 850 of it today, and I will pay the balance on the 28th of May.
All right. So here's what I'm going to do. To pay 2672 into escrow.
Mm-hmm.
This isn't going to guarantee anything, folks, but it's the only shot we've got.
Yes.
We're gonna do that by the 28th of May. I'll adjourn this case out to May 29th, 2026
Okay,
at 12 noon.
okay,
And then that way we'll see if that's there. We'll try to get through the Hawk, see if they'll pay that other amount that
okay.
gets you through May,
Thank you.
if it all works. I can't guarantee it though, okay?
Thank you. As long as it's below 3,000, they said they can help me. That's what they said.
I know what they said,
Right.
but
I appreciate you, Judge.
thank you. All right. You have a blessed weekend.
You too. Thank you.
Happy Mother's Day to you.
Thank you, Attorney.
Haver Hill on Clark versus Eric Britton.
So then the.
I'm just adjourning the
Okay.
motion.
Got it. All right.
Ready to go?
Your name?
Eric Byrne. Good afternoon, sir.
All right. And how much is owing at this point?
So we do have a consent judgment, Your Honor.
Oh, fantastic.
Yes, we have a consent judgment for possession only. This is 266, correct? Yes. Yes.
Yes.
The rent retain is $1,448.90. Attorney fees and costs in the amount of $170 for a total redemptive amount of $1,618.90. The defendant has agreed to pay or vacate by May 29th, 2026. There's no money judgment. I did discuss MCR 4.201J, the 3-day residual, as well as the 10-day appeal date. He has signed up.
Is all of that correct, sir?
Yes, sir.
All right. Do you have any questions regarding anything on this judgment?
Not at all.
And you were apprised of your 3-day rights of rescission.
Excuse me?
Were you apprised of your 3-day rights of rescission that you have 3 days to think about this after I sign it? Oh, well,
Yeah, I get,
I'll give it to you. You have 3 days, because you're unrepresented by counsel, you have 3 business days to think about this judgment. If you believe that there's some legal reason, some mistake on your part, some confusion, or some right you didn't assert, you'd have to file a motion within those 3 business days. You understand that?
yes, sir.
Okay, it doesn't mean I grant it, but you file it. All right. I got it adjustment. Thank you. Haverhill on Clark versus Joel Brewer. Hello, what's your name?
I'm JL Brewer.
Okay. Okay. You had an appointment with SOS on the 21st, April.
I don't recall. Sorry. April 21st?
Yes. All right, they sent me this piece of paper, this spreadsheet that's supposed to tell me everything like some oracle. And it tells me that you had an appointment
Oh,
on April 21st.
I'm sorry. I recall now. It was over the phone.
Okay.
It was over the phone and we made the appointment. I talked to Alicia Sykes was my coordinator, and I just got an email back from her today, and I was approved for $3,000 for them to pay.
So when did you got an email today?
Yeah, I just got an email this morning. But the only thing is, because my employer didn't send over the verification within the time, it moved us past the date for this month. So now I owe 11 before they'll pay the 3,000, but I can have that by the 29th, like we discussed.
Okay. So
I wrote it down.
what you wrote what? Yeah, thank you. So they will pay the 3, but because we're now in May, you have to pay the 1,100, right? And you can pay that by the 29th. Okay, did you talk?
I have the email here. It just was delayed, and it was delayed.
No, it's okay. It's just I want to make sure that they're gonna do what they say they're gonna do for you.
Yes, I have it in writing right here.
Okay.
Okay.
And when can you then pay? How much is owing council? Let me start
So
there.
we did discuss that Hawk's gonna pay the 3,000, but she does have to pay 1131. So her balance is $3,961 in rent, 170 in attorney fees and costs. The total is $4,131. So I have extended the writ date for all of these consent judgments to the end of the month, May 29th, so that it would take into consideration, any Hawk payments. And if
Got
there's a promise to pay from Hawk, then the defendants can pay by the prescribed date of May 29th. And then we will hold off on filing as long as there's a promise to pay from Hawk.
Got it.
So that's what the consent judgment did.
Is that all correct, ma'am?
Yes.
Okay, so let me ask you this. The 1,100 plus, when are you gonna be able to pay that?
I get paid actually the 15th and the 29th. So I was hoping to do 2 installments and it'll be paid.
Okay, can I just say this?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna tell you how to handle all your finances. If you can do that and get everything paid by the 15th, that's gonna be the
Okay.
better thing to do.
Okay.
Because like I was saying, I'm not sure that their money situation is, but I don't want you to come down to the 29th, you then tell them, and they say, oh, we can't do,
Can't do it.
I did,
Okay. I
you
understand.
know what I'm saying? Okay. Do you have any other questions regarding this judgment?
No, Your Honor.
And you were told your 3-day rights of rescission?
Yes.
All right, fantastic. Then I will enter the judgment. I'll sign off on it. All right, I've done that. Thank you. Have a good weekend. Haverhill on Clark versus Jennifer Carthage. Hello,
Name's Jennifer Carthage.
thank you. And where are we on this?
Yes, Judge, the parties have entered into a consent judgment for possession only. Rent to retain is $2,900 even. Attorney fees and costs in the amount of $170 for a total redemptive amount of $3,070. And has agreed to pay this by May 29th for vacate. There is no money judgment. We did discuss the 3-day rescission rule as well as the 10-day appeal date, and she has signed off.
Ma'am, is all of that correct?
Yes.
Do you have any questions regarding anything on the judgment?
Hope I'll have everything paid by the 20th.
All right, very,
Do I get a copy?
I will sign the judgment.
Okay.
Yes, you can pick a copy up out front at the front counter.
Okay.
All right, thank you. Haverhill on Clark versus Tyler Jackson.
Finding that for the plaintiff.
To Leah,
To leave.
I guess I said it and I said, no, that's not it. All right. Hello, Miss J. All right, where are we on this?
You have a consent judgment for possession only. Rent to retain is $4,010. Attorney fees and costs in the amount of $170 for a total of $4,180 due and owing by May 29th, 2026. No money judgment is entered. Further orders do indicate that the official amount of $1,000 from yesterday, 5/7/2026, will be applied once confirmed and processed. And we did discuss the 3-day rescission rule as well as the 10-day appeal date and sign offs.
All of that correct?
Yes. Can I say something? I don't know.
Can I stop you?
Yeah.
Okay, no, I could, but I won't. Go ahead. What do you want to tell?
Okay, I want, maybe I can do, because I get paid bi-weekly, so I only get 2 more checks this month. Which I'll only be able to get by the 29th paid 2,500 by the 20. And so I was seeing if I can get like extension into the next month or my next payment.
If I do that on this judgment, the problem is your June rent's gonna become due.
Well, I'll be able to, okay, yeah. I'm just trying to figure out, because what's happening is, like I said, I only get paid bi-weekly. I don't get paid.
No, I got you.
And the person who's helping me get paid bi-weekly too, so by the 29th, I won't have the $4,000.
Okay, if you weren't gonna have it, why'd you sign this?
I was a little unsure, well,
Yeah, because I wasn't aware of any of this and
I figured.
yeah, I don't know anything. I'm new to this. So I'm just trying to figure out, like, how does it work? Because I only get 2 checks the rest.
No, I hear you. Okay, let me ask you this. How much can you have by the 29th?
The 25.
Yeah, 2,500 of the, well, but you already paid 1,000
Yes.
that hasn't been applied to this, so
Correct.
41, so if I take 35 off of that, 4,180.
3,500 is $680.
Okay, when were you intending on getting your June rent paid?
The second pay. So I was gonna pay my full rent, the second payment of June. So when I get paid in June, I'm sorry, the first payment in June that I get paid, that first check in June, I was gonna pay my June's rent, which wouldn't, it would be late, but it would still be paid.
No, I know, but I'm just. So you get paid on the 29th,
Yes, sir. I get paid the 15th
Then
and the
it-
29th.
June, you're gonna get paid on the 12th and the 26th.
Correct.
Right? So when were you gonna pay your June rent?
I can pay it that second week. I have
The second week, what do you mean the second week? Second pay or second?
second pay, the second week of June, because I
The-
can help. Yes,
All right,
yes,
so you can pay that on the 12th.
yes.
All right, the 600, what'd you say, 680? The 680, let's say 700, when are you gonna be able to pay that?
My next paycheck. So I can only go off my paydays. That's when I get my funds, yeah. I'm sorry, I don't have a calendar. Can I pull my phone out? Look, sorry, Judge, I'm sorry.
No, it's okay, I'm just, sign this and you're about to head down a path and I don't think you can do it.
So, okay,
Have to make sure that,
okay, I get paid on the 15th. I'll pay 1,000 there. On the 15th, I can pay 1,000. On the 29th, I can pay 1,500.
okay, that's what we had and you already paid 1,000.
Yes,
So that's the 3,500 that we had.
okay,
Okay, so you're 680 short from this judgment.
yes, which I can pay on the 12th.
Okay,
I can pay the 600 and I can pay an extra 200 or to 300 on the 12th because I can get some help from my partner. I can get some help from him to pay. And then on the 26th, I can pay the remaining balance of June's rent.
okay, so let me ask you this. If that's where you were, why didn't you tell counsel that?
Because we talked briefly and then she was talking with other people.
I know, but why didn't you say, well, hold on a second though.
I'm a very.
I know, but the thing is, you signed this saying that you could do this by the end of the month.
And yeah, because I thought I would be able to, but then when I sat down and actually looked at the calendar, I won't have the money. I won't have the full 4,000.
So clarification, it's not the full 4,000. It's 4,180 and that does not include the 1,000 that you paid. So
Well, yeah.
once that's applied, it's 31.
The 30, I won't have the full 3,180 by the 29th.
So here's what I'm gonna do.
Because I can pay,
Just,
yes, sir. I'll be quiet.
all right. I'm gonna do this. I'm doing this over the objection of plaintiff, but I'm going to give you a shot. You just have to understand something. This attorney and most of the attorneys that appear before me are very approachable, but you got to tell them where you are. And then they can either work with you or they can't, or you come before me and do it. Because right now, young lady, you were about to put yourself in a position that on come the 29th, you didn't have the money and you were going to be put out.
Okay.
All right. You just can't play around with that.
I'm not trying to play around.
No, I know, but you have to go back and you have to sort of think what you're going to do.
Okay.
So here's what I'm going to do. I'm not going to take June into account, but what I'm going to do with this judgment is if she pays the 3,500 total amount by the 29th, and I've added the language, then she needs to pay $680 by June 12th. Then you're on your own for June. They can still file against you for June.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to take that into account. I'm going to give you those additional 12 days if you get that. All right. And I hope you learned a lesson that you got to talk to people, tell you where they are, and then be able to deal with it.
Okay.
I have to verbally object. So for the record, just because you.
Well, I'm doing it over plaintiff's objection. I
would object, but because you did indicate that you were objecting over, you were going to do it over my objections. I felt for housekeeping purposes, I should object.
Yes. Okay. Thank you. All right, young lady. Take care. Pick up a copy of the judgment out front.
Thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
Court calls the case of Haverhill versus Kristen Russell.
Hello, Your Honor.
Your name?
Christian Russell.
All right. You filed a motion for summary disposition.
Yes. I would like to cancel that. I spoke with the lawyer, Ms. Dodd, and we've come to agreement.
Okay, good, because you're going to lose it. But
So, Judge, I just to clarify for the record, I did speak with Mr. Russell. He indicated to me that he spoke to counsel, so I was a little reluctant to speak to him. But whomever drafted those documents for him, Attorney Campbell, left him for himself because I was not served with anything. glanced at that briefly, motion for summary, CARES Act. And so I was very disappointed because in the interest of judicial economy, we would have just refiled. So I offered judicial dismissal,
Okay,
indicating that the balance, I mean, it's a low balance, 179 for rent and change, court cost 170. So the total is $349. His intention is to have SOS or was it a Hawk?
Yeah.
Pay the balance, pay that balance off. And he just needed until June 5th. So the condition indicates that this is the amount that's due and owing through May 31st, 2026, and that the further orders indicate that the balance is to be paid by June 5th, 2026, and June rent is to be paid by June 5th, 2026 as well. It's box 4B. Now, I wanted him to come for the court and anything that he had to say, I wanted to give him that opportunity. I did not force him to withdraw anything, but I said you can, it's your option if you what you want to do. But we do have to address his motions. So if he's withdrawing his motion for summary, then I will indicate that on the conditional dismissal. And then
sir, is that what you're doing?
Yes,
Okay, so that you understand, when I indicate that you'd lose out, I didn't mean necessarily on the merits of the motion, but ultimately you would, because the only thing that would happen is the case would be dismissed today. They'd give you that time period, but you'd still be in the same boat,
right.
right? And
File.
sounds like you're getting the time frame anyway, right?
Yeah,
Sound quicker. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so that's what you want to do?
yes,
All right, the motion's withdrawn. And you were apprised of your rights under the 3-day right of rescission since it's done by consent.
yes.
All right. She may not have told you that, so I'll just tell you. Business days to think about this when the time of my signing. If you have some confusion, some misunderstanding, some mistake, or some right you didn't assert, you'd have to file a motion with this court within the 3 business days. Understand that?
Yes.
All right.
Okay.
Any other questions regarding this?
one additional thing, I told him I would know this for the record. He showed me a different ledger that has $1,100 extra on there for a security deposit. Now, that is not the ledger that was presented to me by my client, so I did indicate to him that I will reassure him on the record that the ledger that my client gave me was a ledger that indicates that that is his balance. And if it's a different ledger subsequently after this hearing, then that is going to be an issue, and that is not what he would be obligated to pay. It is what pursuant to what this conditional dismissal indicates.
All right.
All right.
Understood?
Yes.
Have a good weekend. Haverhill on Clark versus Jerome Taylor. Pardon?
On your sheet.
Yes. Same. Your name?
Jerome Taylor,
You had an appointment with SOS?
Hawk.
Hawk, yeah, on the 21st of April.
Yes.
What happened from that?
So right now, they'll pay the 3,000, but it's at 39.10. So I have to pay the 900 in order for them to pay the 3,000.
Yeah.
But from what I just signed, they're giving me till the 29th to pay it.
Yeah.
Then they'll pay the 3,000.
Then they'll pay the 3,000. That's your understanding. Okay. Everybody's sure.
I will, for the record, this is the consent judgment. Rent to retain is $3,740. Being cost amount of $170 for a total redemptive amount of $3,910 due knowing by May 29th, 2026. He did indicate that Hawk is going to pay, so I did discuss with him that he would have to pay that $19, and that as long as there's a promise to pay, he should be okay.
So when are you gonna get the over that amount paid?
An exact date, no later than the 22nd.
Okay, okay, good. Get it, the earlier the better, and then you can let them know that you've gotten there, because I'm not sure what's going on with them. Okay, you have any other questions regarding this judgment, sir?
No.
And you did understand your 3-day rights of rescission? All right. No, mark this as a consent judgment. I've signed off. You want a copy, you can pick it up front at the front counter.
Thank you,
Sir. Haverhill on Clark versus Lewis Wall.
Rania Haddad for the plaintiff.
Hello. What's your name?
Lewis Wall.
All right. And what do we have on this case?
We do have a consent of possession only, rent to retain is $5,280, attorney fees in the amount of $170, with a total redemptive amount of $5,450, due and owing by May 29, 2026. No any judgment is entered. And then we did discuss MCR 4.201J, the 3-day rescission rule as well as the 10-day.
Is all that correct, sir?
Correct.
Yes.
Yes.
All right. Gonna be able to get this done?
I was in the process of reaching some agencies that's gonna help assist me.
Okay.
Oh.
All right. I'll enter this judgment by consent. Okay.
One question,
Yes, sir.
you know anybody hiring any jobs? We talked last time.
Oh,
When we talked last time,
Last time.
I wanted to come in person to see if you were able to get a hold of someone.
Someone for,
Do someone, or if you need some work at your house or ranch, you got horses.
no, 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 no.
Oh, okay,
My house, I do my own work.
okay,
All right.
okay,
But I'll keep you in mind. All right.
all right,
Take care.
all right. You gotta pay up front. Thank you.
Take care. Haverhill on Clark versus Rico Crawford.
Rania Haddad for the plaintiff.
And Denise Tripp. Okay, who do I, you can take your hands out of your pockets.
Okay.
Who do I have here?
Denise
Rico
Tripp.
Crawford. Why'd you interrupt?
Cause
That's what he does, right? He does that all the time, right?
Sure.
He won't let you speak?
he gonna let me speak today, cause he ain't gonna have that.
Right, okay. This is the way it's gonna have to be today. All right, go ahead, Council.
Yes, Judge, the parties have a consent judgment for possession only, rent to retain is $6,371. Attorney fees and costs in the amount of $170 for a total of $6,541 due and owing by 5/29/2026. No money judgment is entered. We did discuss the 3-day rescission rule as well as the 10-day appeal date.
Ma'am, is all of that correct?
Yes,
Yes. Okay, I have to talk to you. So yeah, is that right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. You guys gonna be able to get this done by this time?
we're gonna try. Well, we got 1,500 today, so we're gonna turn that in.
Okay.
I'm gonna try to get the rest by the 22nd. Well, I didn't talk. I didn't
What?
get the rest. I have appointment with Hawk on the 13th, but that was before the May rent came in, so I don't know. I gotta get it down to 3,000.
So you have an appointment?
Yes.
Why don't I know that?
Right.
Sorry. Sorry, this says he landed great. Could have been uglier. You, on May 13th, you have an appointment.
Yes, at 11 o'clock.
Did they give you? This is why I need a real person. Did they give you any indication whatsoever as to what they thought would happen? Because they did a pre-screening with you or something.
Yes, they did. Well, that was before, like I said, the maid was in there, so she did tell me I had 1,500, and then I also have another organization, Friends Indeed. They're supposed to give me like 600, but I'm gonna try to ask them for more because now that this balance is here, and then I was gonna have additional 500 by next Tuesday. So then that would have worked because it would have been kind of close to the 3,000. And she said, would have been able to have it, but oh.
Okay.
Yes.
Gotcha. So let me ask you this. Let's say you get this down to where you go 3,000. And Hawk says they're out of money or won't pay. What are you guys gonna do?
We hit then, honestly.
Pardon?
Yeah, because I'm in college, so
Yeah, I mean,
Your what?
I'm in college.
I'm really
That's
hoping,
my mom.
yes.
No, that's why you gotta be more respectful.
He really is.
I know. He said that he ain't saying a word.
That's what I'm praying for. I mean, if it, I don't know. I'm hoping that, they could have helped, but I understand there's a lot going on. And like you say, it's changing, but
Okay. Where are you in school, young man?
But we're at Washington Community College.
And what are you trying to be when you grow up?
Business and management. That's what I'm majoring in, but I'm thinking about changing it. Thinking about
Okay. And then after you get finished at Washington, where are you going?
Michigan State. This would be my last.
Oh, see,
I'm
it
transferring
was okay until you said.
to Michigan
Uh-oh,
State.
he messed up.
Okay. This would be my last. I'll be.
I was with you until all of a sudden that came up.
that's his up.
All right. Maybe it's just you trying to get him through school and everything.
I'm trying. Yeah, it's just me. I got 2 other kids too. So,
All right.
yeah, it's
Here's what I'm gonna do, and I'm flying by the seat of my pants in part on some of this, but I'm trying to look at these folks as just real people trying to do what real people do. And here's mom trying to make sure her son gets through school. Um, and Alan, make a note of this, that I did this for somebody who said they were going to be a Spartan.
uh-oh.
Okay. I'm going to just add some language that if the defendants pay the 3541 and then Hawk says no to the 3,000, then there'll be a hearing before a writ will issue. All right. You follow me? Because I don't, as I understood it from the meeting I had, I don't know that they're going to have the money. But it sounds like what they've said to you at least leads you to believe that they are.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to let anything happen without at least a shot at something else if we have to do it. Fair enough?
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
All right. You guys take care, okay?
Thank
you so
you.
much.
All right.
Yeah.
You're welcome. Should think about a real school like Maryland.
Okay.
All right. Now I'm just saying, you do what you got to do, but is that it for your counsel? Thank you so very much. Okay. Arbor Woods versus who? Alicia Franklin.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Rachel Dornbush, Pallets Law, P78301 on behalf of the plaintiff. Your Honor, I don't
Yes.
think Ms. Franklin is here, and I know that, my apologies for the trouble in even asking for this, but can I speak with Your Honor privately on this matter?
On this one?
Yes, just this one.
Yeah. Can we do it at the end of your cases
Yes,
here?
absolutely.
Okay. All right. Then I'll hold that through the rest of yours. Court does call the case of Arbor Woods versus George Jones IV. When I threw at you. All right. Your name?
George Jones IV.
Okay. What do you have as his balance?
With cost 2752.16.
2752.16. All right. My note here, and I don't know how real it is because I is this one? This one? No, here. The green one. Okay, not that. One. Okay. It's somebody else. All right. It just says client and landlord submitted all necessary documents. Client's application has been submitted to the funding source for approval. Should have an update on approval no later than 5/12. That's what the paper says.
She sent me an email saying on the 5th, Jenna Pillow over at SOS, sent me an email on the 5th saying that everything's in process. They're gonna update to let you guys know that that funding should be imminent.
Okay. Out to the 12th, wait for the update. If everything get paid, let's get it paid.
The 12th is
Huh?
12th is Tuesday.
No, I was sure. See,
Oh, okay. Can that be on Zoom? I do start a new job. I started.
then you got to submit a Zoom request, sir.
Okay. Yeah, I start a new job on Monday.
May 15th, 2026 at 3 p.m.
Okay.
Let's see if they'll get it paid because I think after this month it all disappears. All right.
All right.
Thank you, sir. Chestnut Landing LLC versus Marquez Hall. Your name?
Martinez Hall.
Okay, and what is the claim in this case?
$10,000, $10,700, 25 cents.
All right. How are you gonna get this paid?
I get paid on the 25th. I'll pay it in full.
You'll pay it in full on what?
25th of this month.
25th? Okay, then here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna find no tribal issue after hearing. That total amount, I'm sorry, council, was $10,007.
$700.25.
$25. All right, I'm no tribal issue after hearing. I'm gonna issue a judgment for possession, redemption amount in that amount. I'm going to set up calling back for next case 8, it would be the 18th. You said you could pay by
25th of this month.
25th? All right, so I'll extend out his date a week to May 25th, 2026. All right. Okay, thank you. Soil Farms versus Janelle Baker and yeah, can you get me into Zoom on my thing so that I can go into a break?
Last one.
Last one. Your name?
Baker.
Oh,
Well, thank you.
all right. How much does plaintiff have owing?
With the May charges, Your Honor, well, let me say this, Ms. Baker did make her May rental payment, but there is, there would be a $55 late fee. With that, it's at $3,042.47. But Ms. Baker did receive approval through Hawk for $2,985.45, which is the balance less that late fee.
Got it. Okay. You follow that?
Yeah, so where's my balance at? I didn't.
It's what, $55 she needs to pay?
Yeah, it's $55 over and above what Hawk approved her for. It may be $57, Your Honor. When Hawk looked at her ledger, it had the court costs in at $190, but they're actually $192. So I think the difference between what Hawk is paying on her behalf and what's currently due is $57.
57, okay.
All right. You think you can get that into them?
Right now, immediately, yeah.
Okay, because the other balance, I think is
My credit card right now.
okay. Yeah, all right. Then why don't I do this? Since that payment is coming in, you're gonna get that payment in. I'm just gonna adjourn it out a week to the 15th at 3 p.m. You won't need to be here if everything's paid.
Okay,
Okay, so what I'm hoping is that the check gets to them, you get the other monies in, you're at a zero, and then
Yeah.
the case gets dismissed.
yeah, they said it might take a couple weeks for the funds to get to Scio Farms.
When did they tell you that?
I got an email because I was following up on with Hawk earlier in the week, and they sent me an email with
The verification.
the verification, right?
Gonna do,
Of-
instead of the 15th, I'm gonna go to the 22nd
Okay.
at 12 noon. It's no harm, but we'll let the check get there and hopefully we can just,
Yeah,
okay?
yes, thank you. And
Thank-
so if those funds are dispersed and I pay that 57, I don't have to show up then.
Don't have to show up because you'll be at
That is
a no.
the same. Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. Take care. Scio Farms versus Michael Moore.
That's an issue.
First
one.
he's gonna tell me what to do. Yeah, that's what I told you it was. How much is owing?
With costs and the May late fee, Your Honor, $2,815.85. Similarly, Your Honor, Mr. Moore did get approval from Hawk. His assistance is for $2,758.85. It's a difference of $57. The late fee and then the $2 court cost difference.
57. All right. You gonna have $57? Okay, great. All right. This for me then. I'm gonna do the same thing I just did on another 2 weeks. Yeah, I'll put it out to May 22nd, 2026 at 12 noon. Pay the 57. We'll wait for the check to get in. If everything's at zero, I don't need to see you on that day. All set. All right, sir? Yep. Yeah. You take care of yourself. Courthouse case of Scio Farms versus Rex Behringer.
I honestly think Joyce.
Rex Behringer, Joyce Behringer.
I think Joyce is on Zoom, Your Honor. I think she's Samsung SM. Yep, there she is.
Yep. I thought I made my way here.
All right. Hello, Miss Behringer.
Hi, how are you today?
Okay, I think. All right.
That's good to know.
Okay. What do we have on this case?
Your Honor, so Ms. Behringer made a payment via personal check on May 4th. Assuming that check clears, then her balance is going to be at, let's see, 423 plus the $55 late fee. There's still a $200, it's 423.71 plus 55, 478.51. There is a $200 payment that's still outstanding, I believe, from St. Vincent de Paul. And I believe that Ms. Behringer is still continuing to work with Housing Bureau for Seniors. Since the remaining balance, Your Honor, in essence, is really, it's a really high water bill that has been repaired, but the water bill is still going to linger because of the way the billing cycle works. And so Ms. Behringer is, though, working with Housing Bureau for Seniors to see if they can't get her additional funding to cover that water bill. If not, Your Honor, my client has worked out a payment arrangement with Ms. Behringer in the alternative. And so if for some reason it doesn't go through with additional funding, my client's prepared to enter into a conditional dismissal with Ms. Behringer with those terms.
Got it. Ms.
So I
Behringer,
don't-
you got.
Sorry, Judge.
Ms. Behringer, did you understand all of that?
Yeah, most of it.
Okay, all right.
I'm still in the dark. I haven't heard anything from anybody. And the senior housing or anybody except the young lady that was with me in court last time, Miss Madden.
That's the
Oh.
individual, Your Honor. Miss Madden is the one who's been communicating with Scio Farms, indicating that they're trying to get her some assistance to cover that water bill. And so, Your Honor, I don't have an objection if the court wants to adjourn this an additional week to see if we get that further assistance. Otherwise, I'll prepare a conditional dismissal for Scio Farms to present to Miss Behringer.
Okay, Ms. Behringer, here's what I'm gonna do.
Okay,
I'm gonna adjourn this out 1 week, May 15th, 2026 at 3 p.m. You can appear via Zoom. Okay, and you let
okay,
those folks that are talking to you know that that's the date. Okay, what I want you to
Okay.
do, I don't want you to worry about anything. Either somebody's gonna get it paid or we're gonna work it out so that you can pay this off over time and you'll be okay.
I appreciate that so much, more than you know.
All right, just don't, I know last time you were here, you were really worried about everything. And you
I
look
still
still
am.
worried. I know, and I'm telling you right now, Miss Behringer, you don't worry, I'm not letting anything happen to you. How about
God
that?
bless you. God bless you.
All right. You take care. You have a great weekend.
You too, Judge. Thank you.
Mm.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. And this is what? Big.
There were a lot of filings last week. You're not.
None of that is what? What case is this on? I don't know. Can't call it if I don't know a name.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, that wasn't helpful. I'm new.
Thank you. Spice Tree Apartments versus Musa.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Rachel Dornbush, Pallets Law, on behalf of the plaintiff.
State your name.
Fatima Musa.
All right. What are we doing on this case?
Your Honor, I believe that Ms. Musa and Mr. Ibrahim have filed amended or new pleadings. My understanding is that what was previously filed was struck by the court as it didn't comply with the court rule. I'm not entirely convinced that what was refiled complies with the court rule. There have been some changes to it, but there are still several sections of the pleadings that still don't comply with the applicable court rules. I would argue, I suggest that these pleadings were AI generated and not appropriately revised to comply with the Michigan court rules. And so I would argue that they should be struck yet again. But I would defer to the court in that regard.
What do you have to say to that?
Your Honor, 90% of those pleadings is exhibits.
Pardon?
Exhibits. 90% of it is just documents.
Yeah, but it's got to be presented in the proper fashion.
Right.
And they're not.
The answer to non-payment of rent. That's correctly.
How much is owing?
Your Honor, this isn't an action for non-payment of rent. This is an action for termination of tenancy. A 30-day notice to quit was issued as defendant. Ms. Musa is a month-to-month tenant.
And we've been month to month since the beginning, or at least.
All right, but what's your defense to the termination?
We had a housing inspection on Monday, actually, because of a mold issue from February that we asked them to fix properly.
So let's assume all of that's correct. Why should you be permitted to stay in the premises?
Well, the city came to us and told us that this unit doesn't have a valid certificate of occupancy. We don't actually want to.
Okay, if it doesn't have a valid, you're gonna leave then? When you going?
Exactly. I don't plan on.
When are you going?
By the end of the month.
By when?
Month.
This is a case for possession only. They don't want you there. You say you're leaving. So.
Well, yeah, we have no problem with the possession case. It's more of I paid $45,000 in rent over 3 years, and First of all, the lease don't have a valid certificate of compliance, and the unit has been moldy the entire
Try to
time.
get your pleadings in order on that because that's not really properly raised before the court.
What was the issue with the answer to Narin?
Have you gotten a lawyer on this? Because I'm not here to give legal advice.
No, we're not. We don't have a lawyer on this.
So they did not, did you pay to sue them for a money judgment?
Say again? Did I pay them?
Yeah, you're trying to sue for a money judgment.
Did I pay the court, you're saying?
Yeah.
No, they told me there's no fee for that, to file the papers.
And
All right.
Your Honor, if I may just add for the,
Go ahead.
just to be specific with respect to the issues that I have with the pleadings, Your Honor, there's two different answers filed. One is an answer to a non-payment of rent case, which doesn't apply here. The second is an answer civil, which would apply for a general civil case. This isn't a general civil case, summary proceedings case. So there is no proper answer filed. There's a document filed called an order for change of venue, which it appears to be a request to transfer the case to the Washtenaw County Circuit Court, but that's not a venue issue. That's would be
Correct.
a removal request based on allegations that, based off of this, I believe his allegations are that his alleged damages exceed the jurisdictional limit of the district court.
But I don't have an affidavit on the claims.
And Your Honor, there is a document filed that's called affidavit in support of petition of change of venue. The problem with this alleged affidavit, and in reality, Your Honor, it is a regurgitation of the alleged counterclaim, number one.
Right.
But number two, it's not an affidavit because it's not been signed in the presence of a notary. So it doesn't constitute an affidavit. And so this so-called order for change of venue doesn't apply either. With respect to the counterclaim, again, Your Honor, as was indicated at the last court date, even though some changes have been made, the bulk of this counterclaim still does not comply with the applicable court rules. And so for those reasons, I'd ask that the court again strike all of these documents as improper. Again, I would also, as the court indicated, this is an action for possession. Defendants are, well, defendant Ms. Musa and Mr. Ibrahim, who I believe is an unauthorized occupant in the unit, are in agreement with vacating. And so I don't have any authority to grant additional time beyond the 10-day time frame. So I would have to ask for a judgment requiring possession on or before May 18th. But again, I would defer to the court with respect to that.
But why would you say that I'm not an authorized occupant of the unit when I've been paying you guys since the beginning of the lease? I have emails with the management, from the parking manager, everyone that works there, addressing me by name. I pay you. My mom has never paid anything to Spice Street Apartments. Why would you say I'm an unauthorized occupant?
Well, it really doesn't matter whether you're an unauthorized occupant.
We'd ask for a default possession only judgment, and Your Honor, in light of circumstances we discussed, we'd push this rate date to June 1st, 26, despite the default judgment.
All right. Judgment to the plaintiff, that is by default for possession. Redemption amount is in the amount requested with the writ to issue June 1st or thereafter. All right, thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
And
Have a great
Ms.
weekend.
Bush, have a great weekend. Happy Mother's Day to you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Your Honor. Appreciate that.
All right. Bye-bye.
And to you, Miss Ingen, I see you sitting there. So happy Mother's Day to you.
Evergreen Apartments versus Jennings.
William Ingen for claims.
That's. Hello,
Hi.
what's your name?
Markayla.
All right. And she was approved.
Yep, I have a balance in court costs of $2,980.07. I have a note that Ms. Jennings was approved for Hawk assistance. Your Honor, if you would adjourn for 2 weeks to May 22nd, I think it's going to be at 1 p.m.
All right. You have a problem with that? May 22nd, 2026, is that 1?
Yes.
1 p.m. All right. And you
Thank you.
like you're be all taken care of.
Thank you.
You take care. Evergreen Apartments versus Nicosia Carlson. Girls. You see, two defendants and set Maurice Rutley.
Jillian Egan for plaintiff.
Come on up. Hello, what's your name?
Nikosha Harrison.
Your name?
Maurice Rutley.
All right. I have to give you credit before we go on. There are so many gentlemen that come up here, they're walking up here with a lady and they won't let her come through that door first. And I noticed that you did, and I have to appreciate when somebody obviously was raised right and knows what they're supposed to be doing. So I'm just gonna call it out. Okay, you're welcome. All right, where are we on this case?
I believe there is $1,600 in escrow. I have a current outstanding balance, including court costs of $4,394.97. I was able to speak with defendants. So there are some issues that they brought up concerning pests in the unit. Your Honor, they're hoping to move out as well as part of a resolution. And they're asking for a discount or an abatement. And they are asking for the escrow funds back in order to help them facilitate a move out. Your Honor, if you would set this for a final settlement conference, I'm hoping I can have my client's representative present and we can hopefully wrap it up and
Wrap it up. Okay. Okay, I've got June 2nd. Will that work or you want something sooner?
Tell me if I'm wrong, but I think the move out date was gonna be like end of the month.
Got it. Do I have the
If we have to do
12th?
a Friday, we could do it on a Friday. This coming Tuesday, yes.
I can do, oh, that's 2 days. I can do the 12th.
Okay, let me. check
That
my-
work.
Guys have work.
The 12th might be too soon.
Okay. I don't have any
Well, because we have PEs the other ones, but we could do it in the afternoon
on the PE
on a
thing.
Tuesday. Yeah, on the PE day, like the 19th or.
Okay, I can do the 19th or the 26th in the afternoon.
Can we do the 26th?
You want to try that? Okay.
In person, yeah.
Then the final settlement conference to a special date, May 26th.
Will it be okay if one of us make it here and the other one shows up on Zoom?
Can I pick? You know? He knows who I pick. All right. Yes, we'll make that.
I know that I can show up, but I know her job probably won't be if
Oh, so you gonna be here?
I,
So I guess I was wrong. Didn't understand I wasn't gonna pick him.
I never.
So.
Yeah, I voted. I got you.
Mr. Rutley. Oh, yeah.
All right. So what I'll do is I'll set it on the 26th. Okay. All right. You guys take care.
Sir.
All right. Golf Side Lake 1 and 2 versus Bonnie Jacques and Brandon.
I'm here, Your Honor.
Okay. Hold on one quick second.
Jillian Egan for plaintiff.
All right. Mr. Jacques is here. Where are we on his case?
Your Honor, I have a balance including court costs of $3,283.19. I do have a note that there was a potential of paying about $2,400 next week, and that a Hawk application has been submitted and is.
He has a Hawk application.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. When did you meet with them?
No, I spoke with them on the phone and they found a program that they submitted a referral to Friends Indeed for me. And I have, they're supposed to call me early next week to go over details and proceed with this.
Okay. On this, I got you. And I believe what you're saying on this wonderful little piece of paper I now get. I don't.
I also made an additional payment of $400 earlier today.
Okay.
Okay, so you paid 400 today.
And 1,050 yesterday.
How much?
1,050 yesterday and 400 today. So
Gotcha.
my balance should be like 2,800 or in that ballpark.
Right, if you take out the 400, you'll be around that 27, 28 or 28, 29 mark. Okay. So what do we want to do on this?
Your Honor, so if Mr. Jocks, are you still planning on paying the 2,400 or any portion of that next
Yes.
week?
Well, I don't know if it will be exactly next week. So I have funds that are coming that are supposed to come in next week that I'll be able to pay additional. It should be about $2,000. But the people I've been dealing with that I get payment from, sometimes things get delayed a bit. So I'm hoping that I can get to the 22nd to have this all resolved, either through assistance from Hawk and Friends Indeed, or just by paying the full balance myself.
All right.
Objection, Your Honor, to that.
I'll put it over to that date. All right. What I'm going to do is I'm going to adjourn you out to May 22nd, 2026 at 1 p.m. Okay, Mr. Jocks?
Thank you very much, sir.
Not a problem. You have a great weekend.
You too. Thank you.
Gulf Side Lake 1 and 2 versus Alicia Saar.
For plea.
Oh, there she is. Okay. I thought I saw her, and then I'm like, where'd she? Your name?
Alicia, sorry.
All right. Where are we on her case?
Your Honor, I have a balance including court costs of $2,474.26. Ms. Saar and I spoke. She's planning on making weekly payment Saturdays, the next 4 Saturdays, including tomorrow. She's planning on paying $500 tomorrow, $600 on the 16th. And so if we could adjourn to the 22nd at 1 p.m., we can kind of see where we're at.
Where we are at. That's okay with you?
Yes.
Okay. May 22nd, 2026, 1 p.m. All right, we'll see you then. I knew you would have a plan. All right. Gulf Side Lake 1 and 2 versus BK Sierra. Okay, okay. You just wanted to call me out when I was mispronouncing. Go, come on up here.
How you doing, Coach?
He got you too?
Yeah.
Did he yell at you like he did me?
Oh,
Oh, he was much nicer than her. Okay, all right. Okay. That's it. That's true. All right, how much is owing?
I have a balance including costs of $4,295.16. I spoke to Mr. Guerra. He said that he had called Hawk, was referred to Ozone, and then they referred him to MAP and Friends Indeed. And so he's going to pursue those. Hopefully the next week he can pay somewhere between $200 and $300 this week. Your Honor, if we could come back in a week.
Okay.
Get those
Payments and see where we're at. That's good with you?
Yeah, that's good.
Okay. May 15th, 2026 at 12 noon.
Perfect.
Okay. And so that way, every week I'll get to mispronounce your name. All right. Okay.
Thank you so much.
All right. You take care. Gulf Side Lake 3 versus Nathaniel Caldwell.
like an Indian for plaintiff.
Your name?
Daniel Caldwell.
All right. Where are we on this?
I spoke with Mr. Caldwell. His assistance application was denied, but he is planning on making payments. Next week, he's going to pay, if he can, he's going to pay $500. And then he's going to make another payment the week after. His employer is helping him with about $500, they think, once they get all of their, processes gone through. I have a balance, including court costs, of $2,060.78. Your Honor, if you would put this over to the May 22nd date at 1 p.m., that would be.
All right. Sir, would that be good with you?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. May 22nd, 2026 at 1 p.m. All right. Thank you, sir. Have a good weekend. I'm looking over here and these two are what I got left. Emmett Redwine.
Jillian Egan for plaintiff.
Take your hands out of your pocket.
Also,
All right. Where are we on his?
Your Honor, I have a balance including court costs of $4,486.49. Mr. Redwine is planning on paying next week somewhere between $1,000 and $1,500, the same payment the following week. He thinks he can get caught up just about by the end of the month, or at least close, maybe within like $500 of the total. So if we could adjourn it to the 22nd at 1 p.m., that would be wonderful.
All right. So about 1,000 to 1,500 each week. Is that right?
yes, Your Honor.
All right. Turn you out May 22nd, 2026 at 1 p.m.
Good weekend. Thank you.
All right. You do the same. Last but not least, Gulfside Lake 3 versus Erica Hall.
Thank you for plaintiff.
That's it. All right. State your name.
Erica Hall.
All right. Where are we in her case?
I have a balance including court costs of $2,916.11.
Said 900?
Yes, $2,916.11. I do have a note. I spoke with Ms. Hall. Did pay $90 today. So,
Okay.
and then, between now and next week, she can pay, Ms. Hall can probably pay about 600, and then the following week about the same. Your Honor, if we adjourn this for 2 weeks to the
Okay.
22nd at 1 p.m.
Does that work for? Because we can do some weekends. So we got this one. And then the next one. Okay. May 22nd, 2026, 1 p.m. Okay. It's leaving. All right. You have a good weekend. And Gulfside Lake 3 versus Michelle Goebel. That matters to dismiss non-plaintiff's motion without prejudice. Thank you, Ann. Thank you, Alan. Thank you, Razan. We appreciate it. And Jillian, happy Mother's Day to you.
Well, have a good weekend, everybody.
All right.
This courtroom moment starts with what seems like a simple agreement over unpaid rent, but within seconds, it turns into a heartbreaking realization that a tenant may have just promised something impossible. A man named Jack signs an agreement telling the court he can come up with nearly $4,000 by the end of the month to avoid losing his housing. At first, everyone believes the case is resolved. Papers are signed, the deal is ready, the courtroom begins moving on. But then, something changes. Jack suddenly stops and quietly admits the truth. Yeah, when I sat down and actually looked at the calendar, I won't have the money. The entire room freezes. You can hear the disappointment immediately. Not anger, but genuine concern. The judge realizes this isn't someone trying to manipulate the court. It's someone panicking under pressure and signing an agreement they now understand they can't realistically fulfill. Then the judge says something emotional that completely changes the tone of the hearing. You're about to head down a path, and I don't think you can do it. Instead of simply enforcing the paperwork, the judge starts questioning why Jack never told his attorney earlier that he couldn't actually make the payment. Jack awkwardly explains they only spoke briefly, and he didn't fully think through the timeline until afterward. The courtroom becomes painfully human in that moment, because this isn't just about rent anymore. It's about someone trying so desperately to avoid eviction that they agreed to something unrealistic, hoping somehow they'd figure it out later. And the judge can clearly see where that road leads: missed payments, broken agreements, eviction orders, and potentially homelessness. So here's the real question. Should courts allow desperate tenants to make payment promises